I like how you move it. Let's go make a movie. Come star in your movie. I like how you use it. I like how you do it. Let's go make a movie. Let's go make a movie. I like how you drop it.
Hey, didn't see you there. What's good, man? Welcome back to Intuition, man. You know who it is. Your boy Cody Sneed, SDS. Welcome back to episode 8. Man, thank you guys for the continuous love and support. We are at 170 subscribers already in less than 2 months. Thank you guys for the love. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and just keep showing love to your boy. And I'll keep showing love to y'all by posting this content and getting this good word out here. Like I say, this is episode 8. Can thank you guys for coming back, tuning in again. Could not do this more without you. And let's just get right into the video. All right, the first, I know I've been last week's video was good. I had charisma on. That was real cool. But I forgot to do the quote of the week. I promised y'all that. So like I said, this week I'm gonna be doing a quote of the week again. And I'm not gonna forget about y'all no more. So this week's quote is, are you arguing for right? Or are you arguing to be right? And what I mean by that is, are you arguing when you're arguing with a friend or one of your partners or a loved one? Are you really arguing for the right cause in the argument? Are you really arguing to see what they have to say and their feelings and to really comprehend how they feel and what they're saying about the conflict between y'all? Are you really arguing just for you to be right? Are you really that close minded to where you feel like nobody else's point is not valid in the argument except yours? No, don't be that way. Don't be closed minded. Always be open minded to other people's perspectives. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you always become knowledgeable. And people want to be around you because they know you see things from both sides. You know what I'm saying? And I have another special guest for you guys this week. And I'm not even gonna waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. And yes, we're back, guys. As you can see, I'm not alone again in this video for the second week. I'm here with a very special guest, one of my very good friends, Amari Ross. And I'm not going to introduce her. I'm going to let her talk about herself for a minute, and we're going to get right into the video. Armani, welcome to Intuition.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
How you feeling today?
I feel pretty good. I'm kind of tired, but
Okay.
I can yap today.
All right. Tell the viewers a little bit about yourself before we get started.
My name is Armani Ross. I'm a senior in mass communications here at A&T from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, she's from the A. We're from the 4. You know where we come from. Yes. And let's just get right into it. Armani, can men and women really be friends?
Yes, they can be friends because we're friends. And
exactly.
I have a lot of other guy friends.
Okay.
And I think that a lot of times people put their emotions over that. And that's why a lot of people say men and women can't be friends. But I think men and women can be
That's
friends.
real. So what does that say to you when you see a dude have a lot of female friends? Is that a red flag? Because I've heard it's a green flag from other girls because they said you know how to friend zone women. You know what I'm saying?
I say yes and no. I feel like you should have a balance. Like me personally, if I'm messing with a guy, I don't want you to have so many girlfriends. Like you could have female friends
for sure,
but it's just like, do you have guy friends at all?
Right.
Do you like hang out with them?
No, that's real. But what if he has like a good mix? Like he has his homeboys.
Yeah.
And then he has like female friends. Cause I have a lot of female friends.
Then that's fine.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I trust him.
That's what I'm saying. Because I wouldn't want, to have, when I get a girlfriend, I want her to come in my life and be like, oh yeah, and all these female friends you have, cut them. Because I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's just an insecurity.
It
is an insecurity.
Okay.
On the men and woman side though.
Okay.
Like if a man come around, because I have a lot of guy friends, and if a man comes in my life and says, you just got too many guy friends, okay, well they were here before you, and we all know what it is.
You have a boy best friend?
I don't have a boy best friend.
Okay, because what dudes be like, yeah, if she has a boy best friend, I can't go to her.
I have a lot of guy friends, but I wouldn't necessarily say I have a boy best friend.
Yeah. Now, do you believe just because, y'all are friends, you just don't find like them attractive in any type of way?
Because if I have my guy friends,
yeah,
no, I don't find them attractive in that. Because it's like, if we start out as friends, I've seen your flaws. Like all my guy friends, I've seen how they act with women. Right. I've seen the good, the bad, and I just know I can put them in a category of, I do not see myself messing with you.
Okay. So I mean that is real too because I tell people all the time, especially dudes like you don't have any female friends, and sometimes when you approach these girls and you're trying to get at them in a way, but you don't even know how they treat the other dudes that they've been with. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell people like, when is the last time like a dude has just ran down on you, but just trying to be your friend? Because think about it, like you sitting out somewhere, a dude comes up to you, he just like, hey, how you doing? He like really trying to get to know you. He's not calling you beautiful, nothing in between this, and then he just leaves like, all right, nice to meet you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because that's actually never happened to me
Exactly.
before.
But that would be something new for you, right? Like,
It
oh
would be
wow,
something very, very new for me. Like I would be shocked if a man comes up to me and genuinely just wants
yeah,
to be my friend.
exactly. And it's like you wouldn't. It's like you wouldn't like, dang, does he? Does he? Is it any motive? Like, what does he want from me? You know what I'm saying?
Usually, if that does happen, it's because of like creative stuff. Like we just have something in common.
Okay,
Other than that, like just to gain a new friend
you're
with
right.
no motive.
Now, when I go back to the attractive part, what I tell people all the time is just like just because they're your friend, that doesn't mean like they're ugly. Because like
Yeah,
you're not blind. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? That doesn't just be like, because it's like I have a lot of female friends, and a lot of them are like really beautiful girls, but like
Hmm.
that's just it. Like they're
Yeah.
just my friend, but that doesn't mean like just because we're friends, like, oh yeah, she's
You attract.
ugly. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
that I'm attracted to them, but I can see why other men like them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because of their looks. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. I think that everybody is beautiful in their own way. Like honestly, I think everybody is beautiful in their own way,
Uh-huh.
and people just need to stop thinking with
Yeah.
thinking like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's what I tell people too. A lot of people, they'll, especially dudes. I really be talking about dudes when I say this, because it's a lot of dudes that they feel like, oh, I just can't be friends with a girl, and I just can't
See,
be friends with her. And y'all really got to stop that. A lot of that has to do with lust, and you really not knowing them as a person. And 9 times out of 10, the girl could really not be a good person, but you wouldn't know that because you were so busy trying to do something with her or get a feeling, or go to that next level. And whole time, if you really look at her past history, she doesn't treat dudes good. She's not the best person to be around, but it's like you never got a chance to really explore that because you were just like, oh, she's just a good looking face. Let me see what she got going on.
and I think that comes from your household and whoever you hang around.
Mm,
That's what I feel like. That's what influences that mindset.
mm. Oh my God. Amani just said something, y'all. Armani just said something. And the next question for Armani is: have you ever been in a situation where you've been in a friendship with a guy and you came on to him? Like you were the one that initiated, y'all going to that next level or crossing that boundary. You know what I'm saying? And before you answer, I'm only asking you that because I've been in situations where I've literally just been friends with girl, or at least I thought we were, and then they were the ones that came on to me after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Um, no, I haven't.
Hmm, that's real. And I only ask that because sometimes I tell dudes, sometimes you have to like, when is the last time you've actually let a woman decide what your relationship was gonna be? You know what I'm
But
saying?
how cute? Well, okay. So I have a question with that.
Uh huh.
So if they start off with friendships and it's meant to be friendships, then why can't it stay friendships?
From the female or the male perspective?
From the male perspective.
Because dudes have to stop thinking with their penis,
Yeah.
and that's just real. That's why I say friendship between male and female comes with a fine line of maturity,
Yes.
because it's an everyday choice to just be friends with a girl. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Yeah.
all it takes is one conversation or for you to make one move, and now things are not the same how they used to be before, or things could be weird now because
Yeah.
a girl could be like, "What are you doing?" Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I thought we were just friends. That's why I say it comes with maturity as well.
I feel like with our age group,
Hmm.
because there isn't a lot of maturity or like self development, I think that if somebody were to do that, it could make or break the friendship.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I definitely think that.
Especially if you like y'all really had like a strong bond and it just came out of nowhere. And because we're in college and everything, it's just like we didn't grow up with these people here. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
just like college is like it's always like a underlining like sexual tension. You know what I'm saying?
Like explain that.
Like, you know, it's just like if they're not your friend, or it's just like if you're a girl, you're a boy, vice versa, you meet in the opposite sex, it's like you could think, oh, they were a cool person. Like whole time they could think you're very attractive, but they may not say something in the moment,
Yeah.
and it just like as time goes on and things build up, you like, oh, well, they just might be my friend, but whole time they just kind of trying to like let it simmer, and then one day they just make the move, and you're like, what the world? You know what I'm saying?
I think that if you meet a person and off bat, you find them attractive, but you may not say anything. I think if you do want to say something, I think people should determine, okay, what are my intentions? What is going to be my intentions with this person? Mm-hmm. Am I about to shoot my shot at this person because I really want something, mm-hmm. or am I just shooting my shot at this person because I'm just bored? And I think
that's true.
I think if y'all start off as friends for maybe like a good week or two, first off, get to know that person, get to know where their head is at. Right. If you see that they're locked in with some stuff and they got it going on, I'm not gonna say 9 times out of 10, but majority of the time, they don't want to deal with no BS and just nobody that's gonna waste their time.
So why don't people want to be just friends anymore? Well, not even just friends, but friends in the beginning. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people are skipping over that part. Because, they say, like, when you're friends first, that's when things usually work out better. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, you have a better connection bond. You know what I'm saying?
I think that because I feel like how I view the world, I think it is a very poison pool of people. Because I think I feel like there was like a 3 to 5 year run of straight, we're friends. We're either gonna be friends, mm-hmm. no intentions, we're gonna be in a situationship, we're gonna date that person. I feel like for a very long time there was no middle point of being a friend in a situationship. It was either one or the other. And I think for so long, because nobody wanted to sit and get to know a person, they just want to jump right to the sex and right to the sexual stuff.
So that's a lot.
That's why people don't like that slow burn type of stuff. Slow burn type of relationship.
So you don't think people want to really make like genuine connections anymore? It's just a lot of lust.
Yes.
For the feeling. That's what I mean by feeling. That's what I mean by feeling. If you growing, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
A lot of lust. I think a lot of people don't really know themselves. They don't know how to do the inner work. They don't know how to do the inner work. Uh-huh. And I think because of the lack of self-respect, the lack of really truly knowing yourself and being okay with being bored with yourself and enjoying your own quality time, people will put their love and their energy in finding a person to make up for that good time.
Okay, so since you say people want to skip over the slow burning part and really, trying to get a connection, mm-hmm. you think that's because people are afraid to be vulnerable?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are afraid to be vulnerable, and I feel like that because of that, it's just simply because of the media. But you got to realize, you are a human being. You are literally made to be. You're made and nurtured to be vulnerable and have emotions. You have emotions for a reason, and nobody should make you feel some type of way or feel insecure about feeling those emotions. If you hide those emotions deep down inside, like you're literally, I don't know, you're just burying it and piling up with a whole bunch of other stuff that is going to shift and change up yourself in your character, and not in a good way.
Look at Amari. Amari saying something. Now, when you say media, do you mean social media, right?
Yes.
Because I feel like social media, I never thought of it as a way to look at things and not be vulnerable. I thought social media ruined a lot of things when it came to expectations and how things should be versus other people's relationships.
It ruined that too, but I also think that I think that when you see all of that, you also some people may tell themselves, oh, they didn't get the vulnerable part. Like, you only see on social media what you see. Like, you don't see the behind the scenes stuff.
And that's what I tell people all the time.
You don't see what they go through. You don't see the arguments. you don't see
how much money that took to pay for that.
See how much money, you don't see the in-depth details of that relationship.
Because social media is so performalized. People don't really want to show the good stuff.
It is. People, you don't see the details of stuff. And I think in reality, in the detail of stuff, that for the successful relationships, it comes with being vulnerable.
So when do you feel like people get to a place where they feel like they can be vulnerable? Is it because they've done the work in themselves first, or is it just meeting the right person where you feel like, you know what, this feels good talking to you, you know?
I'd say both, because I feel like if I were to meet a person and say, okay, it feels good talking to you, and I'm gonna be vulnerable regardless, I'm being vulnerable because that's just me being authentically me. Like, I'm not gonna hide my true self. I'm gonna be myself when I'm talking to a man, and if a man don't like it, then a man don't like it, we move on. Now, but other people who be like, okay, I'm being vulnerable and they did me bad, people will turn it around and then treat the whole next 10 people that they mess with.
It's a cycle.
It's gonna be, you're gonna be in a whole cycle.
It's a cycle.
And that's why I say the pool is poison, because there's so many people in the world that feel like that, and now they feel like that they can't be vulnerable.
Right.
But I just feel like, for me personally, I can't speak for anybody else. I say feel that emotion, be vulnerable, be corny, because at the end of the day, when you're talking to somebody, you're getting to know somebody, at the end of the day, they're gonna see that real you eventually. So it's just like, why not?
And that's what I want to tell a lot of people
do that in the beginning.
And that's what I want to tell people too. Eventually, the real prevails. So it's only a certain amount of time that you can put up a certain front before the wall cracks. Because it's like, I hear a lot of dudes say, even women, I just want somebody that understands the real me and this is this, but are you showing them that?
They are not. I guarantee you, they're probably not showing the real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They are showing a version that they think men would like, but you don't even know that man.
Right.
You
don't know that woman.
You don't know that woman.
There you go.
So,
and that's what I'm saying, because I always say, if you want somebody to really like you for you, don't you think you have to be you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I want somebody that loves me for me. Well, did you show them you?
Yeah.
Or you them? Were you really them? Were you really you around them? You know what I'm saying? And that's what it goes to when, like, people are, they put a wall up. And, I want to say this too before I say anything else. It's nothing wrong with having, a wall up at first. But it's like, if you know this person is really trying to be there for you, treat you good, you can't put, like you just said, past experiences on somebody else that did nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? That's like cutting on somebody. That's like bleeding on somebody that didn't cut you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just not the way to go. Like we just said, that creates a whole cycle. And you know what? You're doing that to this person, then they feel a type of way, they get heartbroken, then they go do that to the next 3 people. You know what I'm saying?
I think that people are blocking their blessings because, and I think that if somebody is really meant for you, or actually no, God will get rid of people that are not meant for you.
There you go.
Like
all the time.
If you really genuinely be yourself, and you get a sense and feeling that person's just not taking it in, move on to the next person. Yeah. Like,
and when you have God in your heart and you really have joy in your heart too, you won't do others wrong. You know what I'm saying?
God, yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you won't bleed out bad things on somebody else that hasn't done anything to you. You know what I'm saying?
Especially like purposefully, because when you have God in your heart, it's just like, why would I do that? What is the purpose?
What is the purpose?
Like,
why
what will I personally gain?
What did this person do to me? For you know what I'm saying? That's just not the way how things should go. You know what I mean?
I feel like if you gain joy from being hated, or just being hatred, just full of hatred, then that's just some self-reflection that you need to do. And
now, when it comes to being friends, and how females can provide men perspective, and how men can provide men perspective for their female friends, do you take that, or does that go one ear and out the other?
I do take that, because at the end of the day, I walked a different life, they walked a different life, and I'm very open-minded, and I like to see people's perspectives. So like me, I've never been in a relationship before, so I'm going to take advice from people who have experience in being in relationships and just different topics. I feel like it really just depends on the topic, on what I may receive advice from and wisdom from.
Okay.
But I mean, most of the time, I'm very open-minded and like to hear other people's side.
Yeah, and I feel like when you are open-minded and you want to learn perspective, that's how you continue to grow as a person. You know, you can become very knowledgeable, and you can give that off to people too. Because you know, whatever you learn, you're supposed to teach. You know what I'm saying? And another thing about advice, when people give you advice, look at their life too. Because if you have a female friend who's telling you, "Oh no, girl, you need to leave so and so alone," but she can't leave old boy alone and done her wrong 3-4 times.
Yes.
Even if she wants the best for you, you have to look at her and like, do you even want the best for yourself while you giving me this advice?
And you know what's crazy? I was actually thinking this the other day. There's a reason why I do not listen to Janae Aiko, SZA, Summer Walker. I do not listen. I really don't listen to all of them because I feel like a lot of their music, or I'm not gonna say a lot of their music, but some of their music is just too sad and too like fuck niggas, like da 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 da. But because I feel like the music you listen to really influences and showcases who you are as a person.
Okay.
So just like me listening to that, or I know a lot of people who do listen to that. I'm not gonna say like they're sad all the time, but it's
some of their actions
and how they go about relationships is a reflection on that.
Okay. And that's real because energy is a real thing, and it's like the energy that whatever energy is pouring into you, that's what you can pour out into the world.
Yeah.
So if you're always listening to songs as a dude that's just saying like, you know, F females and they're not this and this and this, you may not think it has an effect on you, but if you watch over time, it definitely can, because you know you start to feel that like, oh yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. And it's like even Armani said she tried. What you said to me a month ago? You tried to stop listening to certain music because it had a certain type of effect on you.
Yeah.
Like Future, and we're from Atlanta.
But I only listen to Future because because I like his beats, but I will never listen to a Future in a stance where I'm like taking his advice. Like, but like there's genuinely a couple artists like I can't listen to anymore. Like I don't listen to Young Boy anymore. I don't listen to Brent like that anymore.
Sorry, Grandma, I know you don't know who any of these people are.
But yeah.
No, that's real true. Cause do you feel like, since you say you don't listen to Janae, SZA, and who else you say?
Like Summer Walker.
Is it a thing as toxic femininity too? You feel that way?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think that toxic femininity goes into high expectations. I think that's the really main problem with our generation of women. I think that there's a lot of high expectations when it comes to the men that we mess with. I think that yes, it's good to set boundaries and have certain checklists when it does come to men, but it's also like, okay, let's be realistic.
Where do expectations come from?
Social media, what people see, what other people do for them.
Okay. Why don't expectations come from the household?
I think it comes from the household too.
Okay.
I say for me, mine come from the household.
Okay.
Like my father, the way my father treats me, I'm not gonna say that's what I look for in a man, but it's just like, okay, if my father can do it, why can't you?
No, I understand that because I feel the same way because my dad's in my life and he treats my bonus mom good and all my 5 sisters, so it's just like I wouldn't want them to take anything less than what my dad is doing it for them, and so that's real. Because I always think like how you just said what is high expectations? Does high expectations come from what you have as a woman and the man you're dealing with, or does it come from just genuinely social media? And
for me personally.
For you personally and from others, because it seems like the old saying, comparison is the thief of joy. So I feel like a lot of people are going about things the wrong way when it comes to relationships, because it's just like, well, he did this for her, why you can't do this for me?
I think
why you can't appreciate what he's doing for you right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that from an outside perspective of what I see in here, I think those expectations very heavily come from social media. Which is fair, it's cute, but it's just like, it just takes time. You have to be patient and wait. And I feel like yes, you want a man to do so much for you, but like, will you do so much for a man as well? Like,
woo! Yes.
And not even like in a sense of like just buying him stuff. Like Just like little stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I say my expectations come from like what can you do for me that I'm not already doing for myself?
Right.
And I'm a very independent person and do a lot of things on my own. So it's just like if you can do things for me that I'm not already doing for myself and make my life easier and better and help me grow and develop as a person, then that's it.
It should be vice versa too, right?
I think, of course, it should be vice versa. And again, it just starts with self-reflection and self-development and actually finding yourself and identifying, okay, I can actually do a lot of shit for myself. Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of girls will be like, you know, well, I'm pretty, so that's all that matters.
Everybody's pretty. Now what?
No, literally, like it's. I didn't even say thousands. There's millions of beautiful women around the world, so you can't even say, "Oh, I'm pretty." Well, no, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're dealing with a man who has everything. Yeah. It's like he's seen pretty women. Yeah. It's like, well, how are you different? You know
exactly. And it's just like people be talking to themselves in my DMs. They're like, "Oh, you're so pretty." You're so pretty. Okay, thank you. Now what?
Oh my God.
What can you do for me?
Okay, so, but are you giving them a chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There'll be a couple for y'all give a chance, but it's just like you're not doing anything else than calling me pretty.
Right. So what is the next step? Do you want to follow? Hey, let's hang out. Hey, let's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they don't do that. They just say you're pretty, and think they supposed to.
They think I'm supposed to just. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they expect from me.
Yeah. No, that's crazy because it's like, and I say that too for like a lot of dudes. It's like, you know, you'll be, oh, you're so pretty, this and this, and they'll say all this, and because are they asking for your number? Are they trying to? Or have y'all linked? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Fam, any plans?
No.
Well, you don't want to do. You ain't trying to see her. You're just
her.
trying to. Well, I know what you're trying to do. But you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. I know what you're trying to do, dog. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. But it's the last question before we get out of here. Do you? I know this is a little bit off topic, but that's okay. We're having a good conversation. Do you believe in nonchalant?
Like, what do you mean?
Like nonchalant people. That's just how I am, man. I can't help it. Just a nonchalant dude. I don't.
I'm gonna say no.
Everybody's chalant for somebody. That's my opinion, though.
I believe that, and I'm gonna say no because the last situationship, whatever, that I was in, like owed me before she has grown into the person that she is. She thought she would. I would have definitely told him like, "You're very nonchalant. Like I can't even do it." But honestly, he made me open my eyes and realize like it's not even that he was nonchalant. I think that was just the type of person that he was, and I was looking for something else from him, and that like altered our relationship or whatever. And I don't necessarily think nonchalant exists. I think that there's just a lot of people who are really just in their own world and are really just happy with being, I guess not, I want to say stable, but just at whatever point in life where just, I don't know how to explain it. Just at whatever point in life where they're just straightforward still, I guess you could say.
Well, look, this is all I want to say. Everybody's chalant for somebody. And I know a lot of people, you know, you could be hurt because it's like, wow, like, all this I wanted out of this person, they're doing for the next person. But people have to realize that's who they were supposed to do that for. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were supposed to be with. You are supposed to be with them. So you need to go find somebody or continue to do self-work on yourself.
Let God bring them to you.
There you go. She just said it. I ain't gonna say it no more.
You don't even have to do a lot of the work. God will bring them to you, and the work will happen naturally.
There you go.
It'll come when you least expect it.
Holla at your girl and holla at your boy. The Intuition family, thank you again. This is episode 8. Thank you guys so much. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Amari for coming to today. Thank you so much. And Shop Made Millionaire. This is my boy JB Brand, man. Link in the description. You already know who it is. And holla at y'all, man. Deuces.
She tryna go to the stars. She been off drugs all day. She think that she landed in Mars. Got Helen Jackson X-ray, and I got a sniper if they far. Damn, the cops on my motherfucking check.